Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Post Market Report. And yesterday, there was a news report that said Maharashtra is considering a complete lockdown for next 15 days. And immediately we know what is going to happen to the market. In fact, last week, when they announced weekend lockdown, the Nifty fell nearly 400 points. In fact, 450 points. And then from the bottom, it has recovered about 150, 200 points. But today, things look far more serious. And the picture that we are getting is looking very bad. People talking about shortage of vaccine, shortage of remdesivir tablets, shortage of oxygen, and shortage of ventilators. And the way the news is coming in the media, the picture looks very, very grim. And I really do not know, I feel very bad for Maharashtra. There were elections in 5 states few weeks before, and lot of election rallies, even thousands of people, lakhs of people gathered, and most of them did not wear any mask, and still there was no problem in any of those states. And particularly in Tamil Nadu, there is a place called Tasmak, that's liquor shops, and there's so much of crowd and nobody seems to have got coronavirus. I remember a joke in a movie. One guy will be drinking alcohol. A senior person will come and take one glass of alcohol. He will take one insect, put the insect into the alcohol, so that insect will die. Then we look at this guy, what do you understand from this? Then this guy will say, if I drink alcohol, all the insects in my body, in my stomach will die. So that was a joke, but I really don't know how come only the Maharashtra, very poor state, is getting so much affected by this coronavirus, whereas Kerala, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Assam, Pondicherry, the elections were held and there were a lot of people gathering in the election rallies and nothing has happened. Now, the big problem is that which is more important, controlling the coronavirus or economy? You want to control the coronavirus, you have to go for lockdown. But you go for lockdown, economy will be affected. And you don't want to go for lockdown, economy may be good, but coronavirus may get out of control. So this is a very big dilemma. Even just now while I was watching television, Bajaj Group chairman also said he is very anxious about this lockdown. That affects the everyday life of many people, not only the corporates. So, well, that is a big problem. And until last week, I said the fall was a knee-jerk reaction. And this coronavirus is not going to be a very big problem. But contrary to my expectation, now it has become a big problem. And UK and US, they have vaccinated more than 50% of the population, whereas India has vaccinated only 7.5% of the population. So I think the government will also be taking some action, something like banning the export of remdesivir and approving the Russian vaccine. So they're expediting. According to some experts, the virus pandemic will reach a peak in next 3 to 4 days, and then it may take about 2 weeks for this to come down. So this is about the update about coronavirus. And globally, as I always say, from October to February, it was a fantastic rally. So markets are sluggish all over the world. And Alibaba was fined 2.8 billion US dollar. But incidentally, that share was up. So that is because I always say markets can take positive things, market can take negative things, but market cannot take the uncertainty. Of course, Alibaba has already fallen because of this issue. Now the certainty is there, so it has shot up. But when it comes to coronavirus and Maharashtra lockdown, we are still uncertain. So the Maharashtra government yet to decide whether to go for lockdown or not. So this uncertainty is what the markets do not like. HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank alone contributed more than 900 point fall in Bank Nifty, and Bank Nifty has fallen nearly 2000 point at some point of time. Is one of the worst fall, and closing itself it is down by 1700 point, and Bank Nifty is negative for the year 2021. So banking stocks and financial stocks are looking very, very bearish. At some point of time, Bajaj Finance was down almost 10%. Of course, later it has recovered. India VIX, as expected, shot up 16%. As I always say, India VIX now 20 is the new normal. And mid-cap index fell like anything. Mid-cap index has fallen 7%. And as usual, when markets fall, PSU banks fall like anything. The PSU bank index has fallen more than 9%. Just few weeks before, I saw Bank of Baroda was trading around 100 rupees. Now it is about 65 rupees. 1/3, 35% gone. State Bank of India was trading around 330, 335. Last quarter, the corporate result came and the people said the corporate result was so good and it gap up 10%, 15%, 20% and went up to 430. Now it has come to break that 330 level. So markets are very, very clearly bearish, but however, there are some good things. Number one, Nifty did not break the last 1 month low. The Nifty future last 1 month low was 14,260 and that was not broken. So that is something good. So if there is some improvement, some positive news with respect to coronavirus and lockdown, we can expect some kind of a recovery. But that recovery is not going to be very meaningful until some real evidence is seen on the ground. And after the market hours, index of industrial production data came minus 3.6. Consumer price inflation data came 5.2%. So even yesterday I said, except the tax collection, so from all other fronts, some economic data has also been not very good. So clearly this is time to be cautious, and as a trader I will become more bearish if 14,200 is broken, and because 14,260 is the low for the last one. At the end of the day, domestic institutions did not buy much. FIIs have sold for 1,746 crores. And it is a lack of buying support by the domestic institutions. Market has fallen and domestic institutions have bought only about 2,233 crores. However, in the last half an hour, some short sellers booked the profit. So because of that, Nifty shot up about 80 points and Bank Nifty about 300 to 400 points. So the message is very clear. Now, time to be cautious if you are a trader. And if you are a long-term investor, these are the golden opportunities. So you can consider deploying 25% of the capital. And I tell you how I do it. I keep my money in debt instruments. I don't keep my money in equity. So when this kind of drastic fall comes and I offload 20% or 25% of my debt funds and then buy the equity. So if the equity falls another 10-15%, so another 20%, 25% debt fund I offload, then convert it into equity. At some point of time, market cannot keep on going down because Lehman Brothers collapse time also Nifty fell 50%. Last year coronavirus, the Nifty fell 40%. So if you start buying when the Nifty falls 15%, averaging when it falls another 15%, so you are likely to be far better. And as and when market recovers, and if there is a profit, book the profit, then move the money to debt funds. So that is how I work. So seriously, now I'm considering offloading my debt funds for about 20%, and I'm planning to enter into blue chip stocks. There are many blue chip stocks I've already corrected 20 to 30%. So my condition is that it should be a blue chip stock, should have corrected 25 to 30%, and I will buy and average if it falls 50 to 60%. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.